SecretStories archive opens restricted file FP23. This file documents an unexplained phenomenon recorded in a rural forest near Ashwood, Oregon. The primary witness is identified as Mark R., age 28. The events were corroborated by local authorities and confirmed via photographic evidence and GPS tracking devices. Document FP23A, Discovery of the Path. Witness, Mark R., age 28. Date, October 14, 2022. Location, Ashwood National Forest, Oregon. I was hiking alone, early evening. The forest was quiet. I found a narrow dirt path I had never seen on any map. Mark reports that the path seemed ordinary at first. Trees leaned overhead, creating a canopy that filtered the fading sunlight. Small animals occasionally scurried across the trail. Nothing unusual, except the path felt inviting. Timestamp, 5:32 p.m. Mark notes a subtle pull, a sensation of being guided. Document FP23B, First sight of the house. Date, October 14, 6:15 p.m. After roughly 30 minutes on the path, I saw the outline of a house in the distance. My heart skipped. It looked exactly like my own home in Ashwood, down to the color of the siding and the shape of the roof. Witness approached cautiously. GPS devices confirmed he had not left the forest. The coordinates did not match his home address. I walked closer. The yard was familiar, but there was something off. The garden had flowers I had never planted. The mailbox was empty, no nameplate. And yet, the house looked so real. Document FP23C, Encounter with the Family. Date, October 14th, 6:22 p.m. Mark reports, I approached the front door. I saw figures inside, seated at a table. There were 4 adults and 2 children. My blood ran cold. They had my face, all of them. Their expressions were neutral, calm, and I felt like they were expecting me. He took several photographs through the window. Photos included in the archive show 4 adults at the dining table, 1 adult looking directly at the camera, identical to Mark. A young child resembling Mark as a toddler sits nearby, but the timestamp indicates the photo could not be from his actual childhood. I tried calling out. My voice sounded strange, swallowed by the forest. The figures did not move. I felt drawn to enter. My hand almost touched the door handle before I stopped. Document FP23-D, Attempt to Leave. Date, October 14th, 6:30 p.m. I turned back to leave. The path was gone. The trees were rearranged. It was no longer the familiar trail. The forest seemed wrong. I could feel the eyes of the house on me, even from behind. The GPS signal flickered, showing conflicting coordinates. Witness tried to retrace steps for 20 minutes. All attempts led him back to the house. Each turn seemed to reset him closer to the same doorway. Every tree, every shadow seemed identical. I began to notice subtle differences in the bark, as if the forest itself was alive. Then I heard a voice, mine, whispering my name from inside the house. Document FP23E, Psychological Effects. Mark's statement continues. My thoughts raced. The air felt heavier. Time felt slower. I realized I had never seen the inside of the house from my current life. Yet the images, photographs, furniture, trinkets, they were familiar, like memories that never existed. Archive analysis. The house appears to be a parallel version of the witness's home. Photographic anomalies indicate slight temporal shifts. Objects in the house appear older or newer than their real-world counterparts. No other human presence confirmed except the figures inside. Document FP23F. Exit. Date October 14th, 6:55. I ran. I don't know how, but I found a narrow clearing. The GPS signal stabilized. When I looked back, the path and the house were gone. Only forest remained. Archive note: GPS coordinates matched the previous trail. No trace of the house remained. Witness's final comment: I returned home physically unharmed, but I can't shake the image of that table, of those faces. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see the house again, and I hear my own voice calling from inside. Document FP23G. Archivist note: File FP23 classified as parallel spatial anomaly. Witness psychological evaluation: mild PTSD, recurring visions of the house. All photographs and GPS data archived. Field teams unable to locate path again. Forest appears normal in all future surveys. Do not attempt to follow unknown paths in isolated forests. Parallel anomalies may exist. Locations may mirror personal spaces. Be aware of the danger. Secret Stories. All files verified. All anomalies documented. Proceed with caution.